the shower.
I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Oh, look at the...
When celebrations call for your famous twice-baked potatoes, crispy fried chicken, and creamy root beer floats, you should never have to worry about your time or your budget. And that's okay, because we give you lower prices on your family's favorites every day. So instead of spending time chasing specials, you can spend your time on the important things. Fred Meyer, for people who love great food and lower prices.
It's late. I gotta get on home. It's late. I've been gone too long, too bad. I should have checked my time. This flight could already be gone. It's late. I gotta get on home, baby. Look at that clock. Why can't it be wrong?
If you're not on the Horizon Shuttle, think of what you're missing. With flights every half hour between Portland and Seattle, you're never late for a Horizon Shuttle. Just a little early for the next.
What's that cool going down? What's that chill rushing through you? What's that light that takes your breath away? That's the taste of with a refreshment. That's the real diet Coke. That's the taste of with a refreshment. Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
It's Thursday night in Seattle, and this was a ball game most basketball experts didn't think would take place. Steve, more than 5,000 Trailblazer fans brought their brooms here on Tuesday and were surprised and disappointed when the Sonics won. The question they're asking is why.
Well, first thing, the reality is it's very difficult to sweep a team, and you played them 6 times. There's a little bit of complacency, and the Trailblazers allowed that to creep in at the critical times in the ball game. They let them stay in the ball game, and Seattle finally came through. And I think that Portland has learned a lesson from that. We'll see a different team.
When you talk to the Trailblazer players and coaches, they talk about being more focused, more purposeful.
Oh, I think that they will be. I think they realize they have to play an entire ball game. They can't play in surges and spurts, and that they will be ready to play. I think we also have to tip our hat to the masterful job that Casey Jones has done in keeping his team in all 3 ball games. Whenever the Trailblazers hit one of those big surges, he called a timeout. He burned his last time out, and good fortune came with just an L3 jumper. So I think that Portland wants to put this thing to bed tonight.
And the message to his team may well have been, if you're going to lose, at least lose like a winner.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm just looking for some lip gloss. Lip gloss? Oh, little plum, you've come
Ever
in a
notice
lip
how a
gloss.
quick trip to the cosmetics counter can turn into
All in your color. And I
more than you bargained for? At Payless, we make sure every product and piece of advice we offer complements your style, not someone else's.
Have a look at you. Oh, you're a living masterpiece. Oh, you're the best.
Payless drugstores, helping you get the most out of life.
Hillbilly. %100% whole wheat. Roman meal. Cracked wheat. Premium white.
Through the years, life has improved in a big way. At last, progress comes to the common checkbook. First Interstate Bank introduces the world's smallest checkbook. Now you can use the First Interstate Gold bank card instead of a check in all the places Visa works. It can pay for little things and big things. It's a faster and easier way to use your checking account because you don't have to write a check. Ask for the world's smallest checkbook at First Interstate Bank of Oregon. It will change your life in a big way.
Cold filtered, Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
Toyota's Zoom In, Zoom Out days with a focus on big savings. Zoom in for the best deals on the trucks you want most. 4x2s, 4x4s, 4Runners, and the all-new Previa vans. One of Car and Driver's 10 best. But hurry in. With huge value package savings, these Toyotas will be zooming out fast.
Yeah, you want the best. And we've got it right here in the great Northwest.
See your Portland Metro Toyota dealer before May 2nd.
When we told Nike how we could design a communications network to actually help them run better, do you know what they told us?
And now, a BP big play of the season.
A Terry Porter big play lay-in in a moment.
To make a special point about the BP credit card, my assistant Bernie has been practicing magic.
Presto changeo.
Very impressive. Bernie has just demonstrated why more and more people are coming to BP. You see, now cash and credit are the same price for gasoline or anything else. So apply for a BP card now. Bernie, my card, please. That's my wallet.
The card's inside.
Oh, where's my money?
BP. Credit card convenience, same price as cash.
Porter! Score! Portland leads! With the Blazers in Tacoma taking on the Sonics, Terry Porter's fast break lay-in caps an amazing comeback as Portland rallies from 24 points down to notch the road victory.
That's why this play was a BP big play of the season.
Whether you're planting a garden or an elaborate landscape, the Payless Garden Center is the place to start. We choose the best plants from the foremost growers in each local area to provide the best quality nursery stock at very affordable prices. Locally grown plants easily adapt to your garden because there is no harsh climate change. And you can buy from Payless with confidence because every plant comes with our Green Thumb Guarantee. You'll find everything you need to get your lawn and garden growing at the Payless Garden Center.
When this guy steps on it, you better hold on. Looks like Rusty's back in town. The Miller Genuine Draft Rusty Wallace stock car. It's tearing up tracks everywhere.
Through the years, life has improved in a big way. At last, progress comes to the common checkbook. First Interstate Bank introduces the world's smallest checkbook. Now you can use the First Interstate Gold Bank Card instead of a check in all the places Visa works. It can pay for little things and big things. It's a faster and easier way to use your checking account because you don't have to write a check. Ask for the world's smallest checkbook at First Interstate Bank of Oregon. It will change your life in a big way.
You guessed it, Jill. Trout on a stick. Like all our new entrees, it's frugal, filling,
And convenient, too.
bravo.
Do you ever wonder if airline executives actually eat the food they serve you?
Croutons.
Not just croutons, Jill. Dipped in oil. Jumbo crouton. Takes up lots of room in salad, saving on costly lettuce.
I like it. At Alaska Airlines, our top executives eat our food twice a week because we won't ever serve you a meal we wouldn't enjoy ourselves.
At some drugstores, just getting a little assistance
Can I talk to a pharmacist?
can be a real headache.
Our pharmacists don't have time for chit-chat. Try chicken soup. You expect us to read this?
At Payless, our pharmacists are here 7 days a week ready to help so that the answers you get
are the answers you need.
Back in 15.
Payless drugstores, helping you get the most out of life.
Times I can't forget. Hero who's my friend. I know that it's forever. The real thing. Talking about the real thing. Oh, you know it when you see it. Know it when you feel it. Know it when you drink it. Coca-Cola classic. Can't beat the real thing.
Hey, beautiful.
If something amazing happens to you, isn't it great to be able to share it with a friend?
Yes, and he called me beautiful right there on the street.
Whether they're near or far, give them a call on GTE.
Yes, and some days you just have to fight them off.
With the poached pears steaming and the sirloin roast ready for carving, Bernice Bradley's family isn't thinking about how she saved on the whole spread with Fred Meyer temporary price reductions. Special buys where the savings are always hers. And that's okay. The Bradleys can just keep on enjoying the food they love, and we'll keep on bringing it to them. Fred Meyer, for people who love great food and lower prices. Right now, he probably doesn't care about the price of that milk. He's not thinking about the many quality checks it must pass before it leaves our dairy. A dairy that wins awards year after year. But that's okay. We'll keep on bringing it to him, so all he has to think about is what comes next. Fred Meyer, for people who love great food and lower prices.
Quick. Name the company that can meet virtually any computer need. For any architect, any accountant, any engineer, any writer, any designer, any scientist, any typographer, or anyone else. Any guesses? NEC?
Computerland, business to business, person to person.
Nice job on the hustle. You must have done this. We want to welcome home all of you men and women of the armed forces. And say thanks. We're real proud of you. And we know the real stars aren't the ones that play on Saturday and Sunday.
To us, you're the real all-stars.
You can have my front row seat anytime.
Yeah, come on, guys.
My grandkids were never content to let me sit around. Especially in the summers when there was so much to do. Then I realized if I could keep up with them, I could keep up with anybody.
Payless Drugstore, helping you get the most out of life.
Unfortunately, you can't always rely on the artist to give you an accurate opinion of their work. So we feature someone who can. Marty Hughley, Friday and Sunday in the Oregonian.
I couldn't wait to call in my Toyota story. I play hard in the outdoors, so I need a truck that I can depend on to get me there. My Toyota's got 123,876 miles on it and still plays as hard as I do.
I'm in the delivery business. My Toyota truck has 352,917 miles on it. This is our bread and butter, this truck right here. If it's not running, I don't go to work, and we don't make any money that day.
I love what you do for me, Toyota.
Did you follow what Hopkins was saying the other day? The Earth's like a giant thermos, locking in the heat from the sun.
Ground source stuff?
Yeah.
I think so.
Ground source heat pumps harness that heat. It's not going to be an easy story to tell people.
We'll just skip to the good part.
Which is?
They heat 5 times more efficiently than anything else. Air conditioned, too.
Really something.
And so's this train.
Want to send out for pizza?
Pacific Power. Expect more from us.
Tonight's game is brought to you by GTE. Call GTE because at GTE, the power is on. By Horizon Air, featuring the Horizon Shuttle with flights every half hour to Seattle. And by Fred Meyer, for people who love great food and lower prices.
Last year's playoffs brought even the Blazers into the rap age with the music release of Rip City Rhapsody. This year, Blazer fans are singing along to 2 new releases, 1, 2, 3, Go Rip City, and Too Hot to Stop It. Blazers' Buck Williams and Jerome Kersey, along with other musicians and producers, donated their time and services to help produce the cassette. Profits from the cassette will help benefit Portland's House of Emoja, a gang prevention center and residential facility. The cassette is now available at most retail record outlets, including Blazer kiosks in Clackamas Town Center and Lloyd Center. And now that you know more about the cassette, here's a peek at the video version of Too Hot to Stop It.
Let's go! Come on, everybody, and let's get the pumping, cause it's trailblazer time. Baby, Rip City's jumping like a full court crush. There ain't a way to break it, so everybody up now. Let me see you shake it. Too hot to stop it. Can't stop the Blazer. Too hot to stop it now. Too hot to stop it. Blazer's gonna rock it, and if you wanna win it, then you gotta clap your hands now. You really know we're jamming, cause we're ripping up the net. When you stop, pop and drop it, just a breakaway steal. With the slam jam, the trumpet, gotta have time lead. A full court grinning, baby, Portland's on fire. Got me Rip City spinning. Too hot to stop it. Can't stop the Blazers. Too hot to stop it now. Can't stop the Blazers. Too hot to stop it. Blazers gonna rock it, and if you wanna win it, then you gotta stop your feet now.
Keep Brindle up the middle. Hit!
Your team ain't through the league squad. We'll knock you down on your feet. So don't try to stop it, baby, don't try to stop it. We're the Portland Pride, and we want you all to rock it. So everybody up, now we keep getting better. Rip City, shout it all together. Too hot to stop it. Blazers gonna rock it. Too hot to stop it now. Sing it, Jerome. Too hot to stop it. Stop those Blazers. Too hot to stop it now. Too hot to stop it. Let's hear Buck. Sign me up now.
The way some photo places operate, getting your snapshots developed
I said a week from Tuesday.
isn't exactly a snap.
Still not back. Is your wife a blonde? Oh, cute tattoo.
That's why at Payless Photo Developing, we make sure that great service
What was your name again?
is always part of the picture.
Close enough.
Payless Drugstore, helping you get the most out of life.
To make a special point about the BP credit card, my assistant Bernie has been practicing magic.
Presto changeo.
Very impressive. Bernie has just demonstrated why more and more people are coming to BP. You see, now cash and credit are the same price for gasoline or anything else. So apply for a BP card now. Bernie, my card, please. That's my wallet.
The card's inside.
Oh, where's my money?
BP, credit card convenience, same price as cash.
The top 100 most excellent things to do. Falling in love. Instant scratch-its. At least we made the list. The top 100 most excellent things to do. Underwater photography. Lotto America. At least we made the list.
Catch all the excitement as the Blazers make their run towards the NBA title on Blazer Playoffs 91, tonight at 11:30. Hello, I'm Rick Metzger, and joining me will be former Blazer great Bill Walton. Now, Bill will provide expert analysis and, of course, his own candid observations. See extensive coverage from tonight's Blazer game, plus action from around the league. Also, Ed Whalen and Ann Schatz will provide live on-the-scene reports and updates. That's 11:30 for Blazer Playoffs 91 on KOIN TV, your Blazer station.
This year's Bank of America Blazer Slam and Jam on July 20th, 1991 will feature the Ramon Ramos All-Star Classic. All of the Trailblazers and other pro stars will play in the game. All profits will be donated to a fund for the benefit of Ramon Ramos. Great music, outstanding family entertainment outdoors at Civic Stadium, and a three-point shootout will make this the party of the year. Tickets are on sale now at all Ticketmaster locations. Presented in part by these fine Blazer sponsors.
Cold filtering. It's our commitment to everyone who knows that draft beer is real beer. Pure beer. The best beer. It's how we make Miller Genuine Draft. And it's why so many people can enjoy a beer whose taste hasn't been changed by heat pasteurization. And why so many people are making a change of their own. Get out of the old and get into the cold.
Some people think the day of the mechanic is past. But Unical has nearly 1,000 ProTech mechanics. Highly trained, retested regularly, all of them backed by the 76 ProTech guarantee. So, if it looks like the passing of the mechanic is simply a sign of the times, maybe it's just time to look for a different sign.
There's a break in the action, but not at Tom Peterson's 25-inch Magnavox color television, our lowest price ever, $329. Now back to the action. Wow, what a shot!
Zenith, 27-inch big screen color, only $497. All this plus free delivery today. Now that's Tom Peterson's Superstores.
You want the best. It's Toyota's Zoom In, Zoom Out days with a focus on big savings. Zoom in for the best deals on the trucks you want most. 4x2s, 4x4s, 4Runners, and the all-new Previa vans. One of Car and Driver's 10 best. But hurry in. With huge value package savings, these Toyotas will be zooming out fast.
Yeah, you want the best. And we've got it right here in the great Northwest.
See your Portland Metro Toyota dealer before May 2nd.
Got a minute.
Oh, sorry, Dan, I really don't. I need to leave early today. What do you think? Oh, that's perfect. Now, do you know where I can find party favors?
Happy birthday! I wish I had that new bike.
You'll find it at Frank's.
Whether your customers are cross-town or cross-country, one of the best ways to make them feel good about doing business with you is to follow up your sales with a personal call. Try it.
Hello. This is Amy's Pet Shop. Hope you like the pet you bought. Come back soon.
Who is this?
This is Amy's Pet Shop. How you doing, Bird Brain? Come back soon. This is Amy's Bird Brain. Hope you like the shop you bought. How you doing, sweetheart?
The follow-up call on GTE.
Life around here is a little more complicated these days, which is why I'm always looking for ways to uncomplicate things. When I go shopping, I want to be able to get there fast, find what I want, and get things wrapped up quickly. and painlessly. That's why having a Payless handy makes such a difference. Because in this family, even a simple trip to the store is anything but simple.
Payless Drugstore, helping you get the most out of life.
Are you someone who prefers the view from your couch? Then never mind. The Toyota 4x4 for those other guys.
So, what sounds good for dinner? Oh. See your grocer for these great fur crust recipes.
Cold filtered, Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
You know what I mean? Take a firm stand. Ice. Then they'll immediately say what would you? You got it. E. One choice. And be firm. Ice. But flexible. Just in case. Options. I forewarned this moron. Go.
Business these days is more stressful than ever.
Check.
And it's tougher than ever on traveling executives. Fortunately, on Alaska Airlines, we make sure you can work or relax without unnecessary turbulence.
Fran's bakes over a dozen varieties of great tasting bread, fresh every day, which gives you as many choices for the outside of your sandwich as you have for the inside of your sandwich. Fran's bread, the good bread.
A lot of stores like to think they're everything to everyone,
Where can I get this prescription filled?
including a drugstore.
Prescriptions? We don't do glasses.
He means subscriptions, like in magazines.
Pharmacy behind magazines?
What pharmacy? Here?
Not my department.
At Payless, we're a drugstore first and foremost, so you can get the service you need without getting sidetracked.
Try Payless. It's right across the street.
Payless Drugstore, helping you get the most out of life.
You need two hands to count all the special rates and discounts on Allstate car insurance. For more than one car, pickup trucks, anti-lock brakes, airbags, good drivers, excellent drivers with Allstate home insurance, and retired drivers over 55. Pick up a phone and call an Allstate agent for details. For lots of ways to save, you're in good hands with Allstate.
Allstate.
What's that cool going down? What's that chill rushing through you? What's that that takes your breath away? That's the taste of real refreshing. That's the real of Diet Coke. Just for the taste of its Diet Coke.
The top 100 most excellent things to do. Stretching exercises. Instant scratches. At least we made the list. The top 100 most excellent things to do. Building a snowman. Megabucks. At least we made the list.
Excuse me, do you have any pink blush?
Let's see. Peach blossom, cherry blossom.
Funny how some cosmetics departments always seem to have everything under the sun,
Dappled apple?
except what you need.
Sorry, I guess we're out.
At Payless, we keep a full line of cosmetics in stock, so when it comes to makeup, you don't have to make do.
Ooh, how about pear butter better blusher?
Payless Drugstore, helping you get the most out of life.
Unfortunately, you can't always rely on the artist to give you an accurate opinion of their work. So we feature someone who can. Marty Hughley, Friday and Sunday in the Oregonian.
Nice job on the hustle. Must have done this. We want to welcome home all of you men and women of the armed forces. And say thanks. We're real proud of you. And we know the real stars aren't the ones that play on Saturday and Sunday.
To us, you're the real all-stars.
You can have my front row seat anytime.
Yeah, come on, guys.
See, what can I do with my hair? Should I wear it?
No matter where you're headed,
Hello, Steve. Hi, Steve.
or who you're headed there with,
You must be Steve.
we have everything it takes
Bonjour, Stéphane.
to make a real impression.
Hello?
Payless Cosmetics.
Oh, hi, Steve. Is it Friday already?
We can
no,
bring
I
out
hadn't
the
forgotten.
real you.
Through the years, life has improved in a big way. At last, progress comes to the common checkbook. First Interstate Bank introduces the world's smallest checkbook. Now you can use the First Interstate Gold bank card instead of a check in all the places Visa works. It can pay for little things and big things. It's a faster and easier way to use your checking account because you don't have to write a check. Ask for the world's smallest checkbook at First Interstate Bank of Oregon. It will change your life in a big way.
Cold filtering. It's our commitment to everyone who knows that draft beer is real beer, pure beer, the best beer. It's how we make Miller Genuine Draft, and it's why so many people can enjoy a beer whose taste hasn't been changed by heat pasteurization, and why so many people are making a change of their own. Get out of the old and get into the cold.
So we're going to tell people it's okay to heat with gas? I thought I worked for the electric company.
Well, what we're saying is with an add-on heat pump, people will have a choice.
Because it adds on to an existing gas or oil furnace. So if fuel prices go ballistic...
They don't have to go along for the ride.
And it does something gas can't.
Air conditioned in the summertime.
Right.
Think of it as a peaceful coexistence between gas and electricity.
Gas most. Pacific Power. Expect more from us.
People who love great food and lower prices.
Through the years, life has improved in a big way. At last, progress comes to the common checkbook. First Interstate Bank introduces the world's smallest checkbook. Now you can use the First Interstate Gold bank card instead of a check in all the places Visa works. It can pay for little things and big things. It's a faster and easier way to use your checking account because you don't have to write a check. Ask for the world's smallest checkbook at First Interstate Bank of Oregon. It will change your life in a big way.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
All my dreams never know fast.
At Safeway, we go far and wide to bring quality and selection close to home for you. For example, through the back door of every Safeway store comes the freshest Northwest seafood you can buy. Safeway, where you'll find freshness right down the line.
Now Ruffles have Monterey Jack. Wow, give me cheese to please me. Woo, don't you tease me. Can't hold back, need the Ruffles Monterey Jack. Each cheek a twist, that's to the crisp. Give me my Ruffles with Monterey Jack. I crave the wings of cheese on my chip. Ruffles and ridges, I can't resist. No other snack beats the Monterey Jack. Give me my Ruffles.
Ruffles potato chips with Monterey Jack cheese flavor.
The American dream is alive and well. You'll find the American spirit in the way we work, the way we play, and in all of Shiloh Inn's people, dedicated to offering you affordable excellence in the American tradition of hospitality. And we at Shiloh join our fellow Americans in thanking and welcoming home our dedicated troops. Job well done. Shiloh Inn, across America's western states.
It's time now for the Trailblazer postgame show, brought to you by your local Chevy Geo dealers, the Portland Trailblazers and the Chevy S10 Blazers, two proven winners, and by True Value Hardware. You can do it with True Value Hardware stores.
The Trailblazers will lose a ball game up here, and the crowd here in Seattle really in a joyous mood as they have won, have signs around here saying sweepers are now weepers, and they all feel as though they have an excellent chance to perhaps set history straight. They won 2 games. That's the first time an 8 seed has ever done that. They are now looking to sweep the Trailblazers in the first round. Of course, the Trailblazers will try to regroup, but with a ball game tied at 82, the Trailblazers went totally brain dead, didn't make good decisions, and allowed the Sonics, along with some poor free throwing, to find a way to get the ball in the basket. And once Dale Threet and Eddie Johnson got a little bit of rhythm, they were able to put this game to bed, and the Sonics feel good about their position. They did a good job in the stretch of rebounding the basketball. Early in the first half, that was a problem for Portland. They solved it in the third and much of the fourth, and then about 5 minutes into the left in the ball game, the Trailblazers could not stop the Sonics on the glass. And they may not leave here tonight because they think that they just now got themselves a chance to advance. Will be interesting with what kind of game plan the Trailblazers come up with for Saturday afternoon, as there will just be a little bit of time for these teams to get ready. We'll be back. We'll take a look at highlights and more right after this. Well, wait. Well, John Wetzel has showed up. We'll get a quick conversation with him. All right, John. Now, the team struggled tonight in a couple of areas. One, on the rebounding. You seemed to improve at the end of the third quarter, and then about halfway in the fourth, you stopped getting rebounds. What happened?
We didn't rebound. They're the best offensive rebounding team in the league. We know that. We have to screen out. We have to do a better job. They shoot outside shots. There were a lot of long rebounds that came out where our guards have got to stay in. It's a 5-man proposition. And we're also going to make our free throws. We had a ton of them that didn't go down, and those are 2 areas that we really have to be much improved in.
All right, one other thought. You could get to the rim anytime you wanted, but it seems as though you stopped attacking the basket after the ball game tied at 82.
Yeah, we did. We got even. Then we got a little passive in our play offensively. I don't know why. We got nobody really took over out there, and it's a situation where the crowd got them revved up, and we didn't respond, and it's you know, we've beaten them 6 times this year. We don't want to forget that. And we're going to go home on Saturday, regroup, and we're going to meet tomorrow and look at the film. And, you know, we're okay. We just need to be a little bit more focused at the beginning of the game and do what we know we can do.
All right, John Wetzel is predicting a win. We'll see what happens on Saturday. Good luck, John.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with a look at highlights right after this.
Look at you.
91 Chevy S10 Tahoe pickup, $89.95 after rebate. V6 engine, AM/FM cassette, 2-tone paint, sliding rear window, and more. S10 Tahoe value, $89.95 price. Now that's a good place to be.
We're driving you to all the good places. Chevrolet Geo in the great Northwest.
See your local Chevrolet Geo dealer this week.
You can do it with True Value.
Roll up your sleeves and tackle that yard and garden. This super tough Rhino wheelbarrow from True Temper has a no-rust body and comfortable grips. Composting is easy with the powerful Lawn Chief Mulch Master. And this fall, you'll get more leaves in fewer bags. Then lemon trim with a 16-inch gas chainsaw kit with accessories from Poland Weed Eater and participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Tonight's postgame guest, John Wetzel, will receive a $100 gift certificate from True Value, your store of first choice. Let's look at the second half highlights with Steve.
The Trailblazers started off as the aggressors in the third quarter of play with Drexler and Porter. They began to attack the basket. They got an offensive rhythm. It looked as though they were going to be able to get control of the game and the scoreboard. Kersey inside, hammering it home for two. In a ball game in which Portland was able to get to the basket anytime they wanted, that's all they did basically in the third quarter was go inside. The Sonics came back with some penetration of their own. Gary Payton, a nice move as he gets to the rim. The guy that has not been a factor for them has been Ricky Pierce, but in his stead, Eddie Johnson has been huge. Eddie Johnson came out with a strong ball game through all four quarters to lead the Sonic attack. Again, Eddie Johnson at the basket. Inside to Cliff Robinson. And at that point, the Trailblazers felt that they had a way and a will to win the basketball game. Nate McMillan moved without the ball, got his own miss, and that was a big putback for the Sonics. As both teams were struggling to score at that point, that basket gave the Sonics a two-point advantage. Cliff Robinson comes back with a medium-range jump shot. Tadeo Threed, who was huge in game 3, was a dramatic score down the stretch, and he made some big long-range shots. That went over and outstretched Drexler. You see the hand go up. They now have a separation of about 5 points. Derek McKee wheels inside, showing his ability under pressure down the stretch. McKee again. Pierce will miss, and Buck Williams, trying to push the ball out, lays it right into the hands of McMillan. So in the 2 ball games in which Portland had lost here, it was the inability to play smart basketball in the stretch. You see the reaction of the Sonics and Eddie Johnson.
Seattle wins by a dozen. We'll come back and look at our final Computerland stats board in just a moment.
The 91 Geostorm takes you to all the good places. Now with an even better price, $95.15 after rebate, and a features list second to none. Geostorm, sports car excitement with an eye for the practical, and that's a good place to be.
We're driving you to all the good places. Chevrolet Geo in the great Northwest.
See your local Chevrolet Geo dealer this week.
You can do it with True Value.
Yard work's easy with these super spring values. Start with rugged Servest garden tools. Choose a garden hoe, bow rake, or dirt shovel. They're just $5.49 each. Then take care of your plants with a Green Thumb half-gallon poly sprayer. It's only $11.99. And dress up the walkway or flower bed with Gilbert & Bennett cedar lawn edging. It's just $3.44 at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
And there it is for everyone to see. Seattle 101 and Portland 89, and the best-of-5 series is tied 2-2. We go to a 5th and deciding game Saturday. Let's look at our final Computerland stats board.
No one expected the Sonics to hold serve and win 2, but they have done just that. And behind the hot shooting of Eddie Johnson, Jerome Kersey was a leading scorer for the Portland Trailblazers. Kersey had a tremendous first quarter of play. He had 13. Rebounders, Cliff Robinson had a strong second half for Portland. McKee and Benjamin leading rebounders for the Sonics. Field goal shooting. or free throw shooting was the big difference in this ball game right here. Portland 51, Sonics 79. Portland had an advantage from the points on turnovers, but it was the Sonics with a big advantage with scoring off the bench.
And I think one number that just jumps off the page is in the second half, the Blazers at the line made 9 of 21 free throws, and the Sonics made 8 of 8. Seattle 17 offensive rebounds. And again, we talked about how tough it is to win a best-of-5 after trailing 2-0. It's only been done 3 times. And Steve, you mentioned before that no 8th-place team has ever won a series. And I guess the one question I'd ask as we get ready to leave here tonight is how much pressure is there on the Trailblazers going to a 5th game, and if they lose, facing the risk of being the most embarrassing upset winner in the modern history of the playoffs?
Well, upsets, that's the drama of sport. And again, the Trailblazers have put themselves in that position by not playing smart basketball up here in games 3 and 4, and they'll have to be in a position where they have to come back and play a very commanding basketball game. The series is still the Trailblazers to win. The Sonics have done everything they can to be competitive, to make a game of it. We'll see what happens Saturday afternoon.
All right, thanks to all of you who joined us. As we like to say, without you out there, we're nowhere here. We'll see you at the Coliseum on Saturday at 12:30. For George Wash, J.R. Hillman, Pat Lafferty, and Steve Jones, courtside in Seattle, wishing all of you a very pleasant good night. That's tonight's Trailblazer postgame show, brought to you by True Value Hardware. You can do it with True Value Hardware stores. And by your local Chevy Geo dealers, the Portland Trailblazers and the S10 Blazers, 2 proven winners.
Hi, little Danny. How you doing?
You can talk the game, but can you play the game? That's the question emblazoned on Danny Ainge's T-shirt and on the minds of Portland Trailblazer fans. Some of those who lined up for the Blazer 6-man's signature this afternoon at Myron Frank expressed a cautious confidence. So did he.
You know you're going to do it tomorrow. Mama won't let me wear this shirt.
Gotta do it tomorrow.
You will.
These fellows plan to stop them. Seattle Sonics' Eddie Johnson and some teammates dropped into Champions Bar tonight for some quiet refreshment. Blazers fans here watched their team get spanked in Seattle Thursday, are following other NBA games tonight and hoping Portland will move on to the next round tomorrow.
It's one game, you know, anything can happen, but I think we're going to win.
Defensive boards, prevent them from getting the offensive boards. They start their fast break and really play their game. I think they'll win.
Tomorrow, I think that whoever wants the most will win.
Some fans can't get the agony of last night's defeat off their minds.
I think everyone's talking right now about Blazer basketball, and will the season extend beyond tomorrow?
Callers on Scott Lynn's Sports Talk radio show speak of disappointment and determination.
Last night I watched the game, and, you know, I kicked my daughter's little stuffed doll around the house because, you know, I was getting kind of upset. But, you know, I realize it's just a game and everything, but, and I know Portland's the best. They're going to win tomorrow, no question about it.
They're all hopeful. They're crossing their fingers. I think there is a belief in the team, but they're worried. Yeah.
Tomorrow, it's make the best of the home court advantage for Blazers and their fans, or make summer vacation plans. Jim Hyde, Channel 2 News.
And, of course, we'll have more on the Seattle-Portland matchup and hear from the players.
Tomorrow, unless they get stupid again, but this could be the last practice of the season. You're going to hear from the Blazers when we come back. Game 5 is at 12:30 tomorrow, and if the Blazers lose, their season is sadly over. It was speculated the Blazers would hold a team meeting before today's practice.
There was no team meeting. I think we had a regular practice. Rick discussed what he wanted to get done, as usual, and hopefully we can get through the game plan okay.
The Blazers know what they must do, and you know they practice free throws after missing 19 in Seattle. Porter needs to improve his game, and so does the Duck.
I haven't really been playing my game in the sense I haven't been moving as much up there. I wasn't shooting the shots that I usually take. I was kind of myself being a little nice about, you know, trying to get my teammates into the game and me not trying to post up as much.
I think it's important for everybody else just to be in tune, and me turning up a little bit offensively, being a little bit more aggressive as far as when I get the ball, look to push her up and look to drive to the basket and create some opportunities for myself.
All right, using 4 guards for the second straight game.
They'll have to earn it at the Coliseum. The Blazers will host the Sonics in the 5th and deciding game of the best-of-5 series.
You can see the contest right here in Channel 8 starting at 12:30. The Blazers held a team meeting this afternoon and then practiced their free throws. They missed 19 in last night's loss. The Blazers have faced challenges all year, and tomorrow is their biggest.
We just talked about things that we need to improve on, situations we need to read better, and that's basically it. You know, concentrate more, you know, free throws, of course.
We just talked about the game last night and things that we think we can do better. And, you know, there's no any big secrets, you know. We just have to go out and play the way we're capable of playing.
We feel very confident coming home. We understand what has to be done to beat this team, and now it's just a matter of going out there and having determination and the will to get it done.
Meanwhile, the
Cook is very optimistic. I don't think there's a guy on his team who thinks we can't win that game tomorrow.
This reminder, Channel 2 Sports